As we prepare for our NASCAR Hall of Fame Class of 2024 announcement, we ask that you please silence your cell phones and mobile devices. Our program will begin in approximately 1 minute. Welcome, everyone. I am Josh Hamilton of NASCAR Communications. Thank you all for joining us here today at the NASCAR Hall of Fame in Uptown Charlotte. Very special thank you to our fans watching on NASCAR.com, as well as those listening on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Earlier today, the voting panel reviewed, discussed, and voted for the NASCAR Hall of Fame Class of 2024 and the Landmark Award for Outstanding Contributions to NASCAR. 2 nominees from the Modern Era ballot and 1 from the Pioneer ballot have been selected and will make up the Class of 2024. The accounting firm EY tabulated the ballots and have envelopes with the names here. We'd like to thank the voting panel for their efforts in selecting this class, as well as our passionate fans that participated in the NASCAR.com fan vote. And now, to introduce the NASCAR Hall of Fame Class of 2024 and the Landmark Award recipient, please welcome NASCAR President Steve Phelps.
Thank you, Josh. It is certainly a pleasure to be here. This is the first time I've had the honor to do this, and I'm really excited about it. This day is always a special day, and I think it's even more special because we are in the midst of our 75th anniversary. Throughout this season, we've celebrated a history of roots extending all the way back to 1948. From drivers to crew chiefs to owners and beyond, so many greats have helped build this amazing sport. And for a special few, their stories and careers live forever here in this building. Today, 3 more will earn their spot within these walls in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. First, the winner of the Landmark Award for Outstanding Contributions to NASCAR. Thank you. Congratulations goes to Janet Guthrie.
Janet Guthrie moved from a successful career as an aerospace engineer in the early 1960s, trading equations for a steering wheel, to become a full-time racer in 1972. Guthrie became the first woman to compete in a NASCAR Premier Series Superspeedway race when she drove to a 15th place finish in the 1976 World 600.
Why do I race? Certainly I find racing life-enhancing. It contributes immensely to your enjoyment of all the rest that life has to offer.
The following year, she piloted cars in the Daytona 500 and Indianapolis 500, becoming the first female to participate in both races. Guthrie made 33 Premier Series starts, logging 5 top 10 finishes, including a career-best 6th at Bristol in 1977.
Gianna, some of the other drivers said one of their worries when you first came in here was that you weren't physically up to manhandling a 3,700-pound car. How physically exhausting is driving your car?
Well, that's really just nonsense. After all, as Christine Becker said, you don't have to carry it, you just sit in it. And although it is certainly tiring, as anyone here will tell you, it is not beyond the capability of any reasonably fit woman.
Guthrie was a member of the first class inducted into the International Women's Sports Hall of Fame and is also a member of the International Motorsports Hall of Fame. Recognized as a true trailblazer in the history of motorsports, Guthrie's helmet and fire suit are on display at the Smithsonian Institution.
From the Pioneer ballot, and the first member of the Class of 2024 is Please join me in welcoming Donnie Allison to the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
One of the prides of Hueytown, Alabama, Donnie Allison has won the Firecracker 400.
Donnie Allison was a founding member of the legendary Alabama Gang.
The Alabama Gang are in control.
After dominant performances racing short tracks across the South, he earned the NASCAR Cup Series Rookie of the Year award in 1967.
And that's it. Donnie Allison has won the 1-2 finish for the Allison brothers.
Allison is particularly proud that his first 3 career wins in Cup came with his brother Bobby in second.
I feel like Bobby probably was my toughest competitor ever.
Just as close as brothers could possibly be.
Allison's best career season was 1970. He won 3 Cup races and claimed 10 top 5 finishes in just 19 starts. Considered one of racing's greatest feats, Allison earned a 1970 Coca-Cola 600 win and a 4th place finish at the Indianapolis 500, just 6 days apart, earning the Indy 500 Rookie of the Year honor. Allison will forever be remembered for his role in the 1979 Daytona 500 and his near victory in that race.
Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. They're out of it. And there's a fight.
With 10 wins and nearly 50% top 10 finishes in all starts, Donnie's continuing contributions add to his enduring popularity.
And now the modern era ballot. Please join me in welcoming Jimmie Johnson to the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Jimmie Johnson's racing career is nothing short of extraordinary. Over the course of 2 decades, he showcased his exceptional skills and etched his name in the record books. Hendrick Motorsports star and future Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon saw something in a relatively unknown driver from El Cajon and convinced Rick Hendrick to give him a shot. It took just 13 races for Jimmie Johnson, with his new secret weapon, crew chief Chad Knaus, to find victory lane on April 28, 2002 at Fontana.
I guess we hired the right guys. Looks that way.
And the rest, as they say, is history. Johnson has 83 wins, tied with Cale Yarborough for 6th on the all-time list, 36 poles, 228 top 5 finishes, and scored not 1, but 2 Daytona 500 victories. Jimmie Johnson's career reached legendary status with 7 championships, placing him alongside NASCAR royalty, Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt.
Jimmie Johnson is going to be the 2006 NASCAR champion.
But it's his record of 5 consecutive championships from 2006 to 2010 that truly sets him apart.
5-time champion. History, boys. No one ever.
Beyond the numbers, Jimmie Johnson's impact on the sport transcends his accomplishments on the track. He exemplified professionalism, sportsmanship, and philanthropy, leaving an indelible mark on the racing community.
And the third member of the class of 2024 is Chad Knaus.
They are celebrating 7 championships.
Competitive, meticulous, architect. These are just a few words that best describe Chad Knaus.
Man, I am so proud of you. You're a great champion.
Pair those traits with Jimmie Johnson, and you have a driver-crew chief pairing for the record books. Knaus joined Hendrick Motorsports in 1993 under the leadership of Hall of Fame crew chief and mentor Ray Evernham. In 2002, Knaus was hired as crew chief for the up-and-coming rookie Jimmie Johnson. Success came early for the pair. They opened the season by scoring the pole for the Daytona 500 and achieved the team's first victory in just 13 starts. Knaus's ingenuity and leadership atop the pit box propelled the team to record-setting success. During their 17 years together, Knaus guided Johnson and the number 48 team to 81 wins.
I'm not sure if we will ever see a pairing as dominant as these two.
Knaus is the only crew chief in NASCAR history to have earned 5 consecutive Cup Series championships.
You are looking at the 5-time champion.
His 7 championships rank as the second most all-time among crew chiefs.
To be the guy leading the ship of this 48 car through all of the wins, the championships, it's an honor.
Chad Knaus continues to contribute to the sport. He serves as Vice President of Competition for Hendrick Motorsports and is remembered for his role in one of the greatest partnerships in sports history.
Congratulations to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, class of 2024, Jimmie, Chad, Donnie, as well as Janet Guthrie, the Landmark Award winner. Induction Day will be Friday, January 19th, excuse me, right here at the Charlotte Convention Center. This concludes today's formal announcement. For media in attendance, as well as those watching on NASCAR.com and listening on Sirius, we will have a press conference up here at 4:30 with Jimmie and Chad. That will be followed by time with Donnie Allison. So please stick around. Thank you all very much and have a good night.